Men, when you shake hands with middle age, is your hand worth the grip? That's why gaining muscle after 50 comes in handy. I'm Psymon H, the naturally jacked 53-year-old, and it's my mission to help you strengthen your grip on building muscle after 50, because building muscle after 50 is your best chance of survival. Now, talking about gaining muscle after 50, there's been one training protocol that's proven to be really great when it comes to results, has proven to be ultra safe when it comes to joint health and injury prevention. Now, let's talk about time management. It's even great when it comes to saving time in the gym while getting the best results. What's that protocol? Slow motion, high intensity HIIT training. Now, this is part 4 of my Q&A on slow motion, high intensity HIIT training. Now, just before I answer this week's questions, let me give you a quick fire rundown on what this protocol is all about. Slow motion high intensity training is a protocol that allows the older gentleman to safely use progressive overload and high intensity. It involves performing resistance exercises at a slow, controlled pace with maximal effort. Typically, each repetition lasts around 10 to 20 seconds, focusing on both the concentric and the eccentric phase of the movement. This method aims to fatigue the muscles quickly, stimulating muscle growth and strength gains while minimizing the risk of injury associated with high-impact activities. The training protocol, also known for its effectiveness, requires shorter workout durations compared to traditional training methods. Now we know a little bit about the training protocol, let me go ahead and answer this week's first question. And it goes like this. Is slow motion high intensity training good for building bone density? As I'm an older gentleman who's had his fair share of bone fractures in the past. Well, let me tell you, this method of gaining muscle after 50 focuses on maximizing muscle fatigue and engagement by eliminating momentum and relying solely on muscular effort. While the primary aim is to build muscle and strength, it also has significant benefits on bone density, primarily through the principle of Wolff's Law. Named after the German surgeon Julius Wolff, Wolff's Law states that bone adapts to the loads placed upon it. Specifically, bones remodel and become stronger in response to stresses placed on them. When muscles are subjected to resistance during exercise, they pull on the bones, exerting mechanical stress. The slow, controlled movements generate intense mechanical signals where muscles are forced to work near maximum capacity. The high level of muscle engagement that are transmitted to the bone cells, particularly the cells responsible for bone formation. The slow controlled movements reduce the risk of injury compared to faster momentum-driven exercises. This is particularly important for individuals with osteoporosis or joint issues, as they can engage in high-intensity training without subjecting their joints to excessive stress. By providing a safe yet effective means of stimulating bone growth, this protocol enables individuals to improve their bone density without compromising joint health. Question number 2. Well, it wasn't such a question, it was more of a comment, but something I thought I'd address. Quite interesting. You're targeting slow twitch muscle fibers. I wasn't aware that it could build muscle. Well, the best way I'm going to describe this is through the lens of an exercise, the incline dumbbell press, which I'm currently using in one of my cycles. Here I'm using 10 seconds up and 10 seconds in the eccentric portion of the movement, aiming for a minimum of 4 repetitions. You see, I beat the rep target last week, so with progressive overload in mind, I increased the weight by 5 pounds per dumbbell. During this set, the body will recruit muscle fibers in order from slow to fast. For maybe the first rep or 2, I'm essentially using type 1 or slow twitch muscle fibers. But because this small army of fibers aren't built to withstand the intensity, they quickly burn out. These fibers are what we use to do everyday tasks such as walking, lifting our hands, taking out the rubbish, and so on. As I move towards rep 2 and 3, and maybe 4, the intensity demand on the muscles become greater. So type 2A muscle fibers are called into action. Type 2A fibers are a cross between slow twitch and fast twitch muscle fibers. And while these fibers last a little longer, they still won't get me all the way to failure. If I'm to push my way closer to momentary muscular failure, I'm going to need more horsepower to generate the force required to get the job done. The body has no choice but to call upon the most potent and dynamic mob of muscle fibers, and that is type 2B muscle fibers. You see, type 2 muscle fibers may never get used by some people if they never performed a movement that requires their use, such as high-intensity training. But by engaging these muscle fibers effectively, it aims to stimulate muscle growth and strength gains. Now, if you have a question about this, what I consider to be the best protocol for gaining muscle after 50, just leave it in the comments. But if you are really interested and want to take this to the next level, just watch this. Struggling to build muscle after 50? Discover the game-changing solution that delivers results in half the time. Are you tired of hitting the gym without seeing the muscle gains you desire? It's time to break free from the cycle of frustration and embrace the revolutionary approach to fitness. Introducing the Silverback Muscle Mastery Series, a science-backed follow-along workout program designed specifically for men over 50. With just 2 20-minute workouts per week, you can unlock extraordinary results while safeguarding against injury and joint issues. Imagine reclaiming your time and achieving superior results in less time than ever before. Say goodbye to endless hours of mindless lifting and hello to a smarter, more efficient way to build muscle after 50. Click now and join the movement and unleash your full potential.